हाय गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू जर्नी टीचर्स। आज हमारे साथ हैं एक बहुत ही स्पेशल गेस्ट सिद्धि। हाय सिद्धि,
Hello,
हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
I am doing great. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited for this.
It's my pleasure. The conversation we were having before recording this podcast, it was such an amazing conversation, and I can't wait for you guys also to listen to what Siddhi has to share. She is an expert in her field and a very knowledgeable person. So welcome to Journey Teachers.
Thank you so much. It's
Are you
amazing to be here.
are you excited or are you nervous?
I am a mixture of both, I should say, because it's my first on-camera, thing. I mean, I've spoken in front of thousands of people and not been a little nervous, but well, it's always a first time.
Yes, I'm really sure that we'll be able to deliver a lot of value to the audience. So let's start with your journey. मतलब कैसे रही आपकी journey? How have you been doing in life in terms of career, professional, personal life? और कैसे इन सब की शुरुआत हुई? Whatever you have been doing around soft skills, around content writing, and now actually visiting to colleges and schools for delivering sessions. So when it gets started.
Yeah, the question itself is like a complete flashback of my entire 25, 26 years of life. So like I was sharing with you, the first time that I spoke on stage, I was just three and a half. Then I just went and recited a poetry thought by my dad in front of like 800, 900 people for a religious gathering. I wasn't scared, and it feels so good that something very basic has been like a foundation for my entire journey and entire career today. Like so initially I was a very I was a decently good student, good scores in like everything schooling. That's how it was. And I think I started doing my anchoring and trying to give good speeches, write good essays. Especially I was very interested in field of English, so essays and speeches were like my favorite kind of I never was interested in sports or not even in dance, not even in art and craft. It was always English for me. So I used to do a lot of this thing during my like high school, and that's where actually all of this began. The love for the language and the love for talking in front of people, being a people's person. So that's what my one of my teachers used to call me, you're a people's person. So I used to always, I am a keen observer. So I always collected all of these hints that people gave me, that yes, this is something that my journey should actually be about. So like I was telling you, the name of your channel itself is like biggest thing for me. Journey actually teaches. It has taught me all of what I am today. So like my father, who is a profound teacher in the field of Jainism, he teaches a lot of sadhus and sadhvis and a lot of people in and around India. And also he has a few students abroad, wherein people try to connect with him just to learn a lot of detailed things about Jainism. So I used to see him being so happy after teaching something to people, and I knew this is something that I have, like if I've got something in virasat, if I should tell, so then that's one thing that I've got from my father. So I started, delivering speeches and everything since my sixth, seventh grade, like I told you. But post that, when I started my degree, I was very keen on, starting off my career into this. So I think it was my first years. Yeah, it was my second semesters when I gave up my first demo session to a school where I had studied. So मैंने दिया, they were very impressed, but they didn't have the bandwidth and neither the infrastructure to accommodate something like this. So back then, I think it was not. It is almost 8 to 9 years now since this happened. More than a decade, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, second semester. So back then, the need of this into smaller, like if I had to state it in class, it was more of a middle class people's school. So they didn't have the bandwidth of this, and even the importance of this was not really known. And then I finished my degree, and on my very last semester, I spoke to my own college. I made an entire presentation. I gave it to them. And to my bad luck, it was just 4 days before the lockdown happened. They'd actually called me to give a presentation and start off, they were, it seemed like they were on a positive end. So I thought, okay, this is going to give me it seemed like a cakewalk until then. Well, it's always a roller coaster ride for me. So uske baad lockdown happened and then they backed out for everything. And it almost took 2.5 to 3 years for the entire country to get back to closest to normal. Also, I think it took almost 3 years for everybody to get back. And in between those 3 years, my life flipped upside down. So in that part, I think I've had like my lowest. I've hit my lowest in terms of family, in terms of career, in terms of education, in terms of mental health, like literally everything. Because of course you're never used to stay with your family for like the entire month and another month. So it was always like we meet in the morning for breakfast, again meet for the dinner, and you're all happy with each other. But finally when you start living with everybody and then nahi bhai तुम्हारी ये आदत मुझे नहीं पसंद, मेरी ये आदत शायद तुमको नहीं पसंद, and then you have few conflicts. And that's what happened with me also. So I started having a few, I can't live with my parents, I can't live with my brother, my sister-in-law, my, nieces. Everybody is so annoying. My grandpa is a little, restrictive. मुझे ये सारे thoughts बहुत आने लगे during the lockdown, the very initial part of it. Then when I thought कि if I want to start training people or, want to start giving sessions and everything, maybe start with home. So I still remember there was this evening where I, cried in front of everybody. I'm like, मेरे से नहीं रहा जा रहा है सबके साथ अब. And I legit made entire 3 to 4, pages के notes on each person of my family. Literally,
Wow.
I had this flow chart. I had these key points wherein I also included myself. Okay, I was like, these are the places where I think I need to improve. I mentioned everybody individually, and मैंने सबके ऊपर flow charts बनाए literally. And then one fine day, I asked them कि सब जन बैठो, I want to talk to you all. And I started talking. I didn't realize it was almost 2 hours, and I'm just legit complaining, and it was like an outburst actually. But luckily and gratefully, my family was very supportive. Like they listened to me entirely, and then they also agreed to a lot of things that they realized कि yes मुझे ये सारी चीजें बदलनी चाहिए. And they they were also a little offensive on a few things which they didn't agree. Well, it all happens. It's all a part of communication. But then I realized कि okay, talking actually is very powerful. Talking is powerful. So I did a few webinars from home. I had done a webinar for a college at that time. So my topic at that time, which it was one of my strongest topics, and it is about the secret of happy family. So I did this topic, and I did a couple of webinars for a religious community where my father is like a full-time teacher there. So for them, so again, it was like ठीक है मास्टर जी की बेटी है तो एक सेशन अटेंड कर ही लेते हैं, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा kind of thing, because everybody were free and they were at home. So people joined. There were around 60 to 70 people who joined on the very first day. And my dad was flooded with calls and messages after that 1.5 hour of webinar. And it felt like, okay, he was very proud, and he heard my entire, webinar also. And the whole presentation people really loved, and the more than loving it or appreciating it, I think a lot of people were able to relate to it, because almost everybody was going through what I was going through. Everybody was living with their family after like ages, because being into this modern time, everybody is busy, sab busy the. And suddenly when you're put into a 4 walls with just those 4 to 5 people who you have to live 4 to 5 months, so everybody was relating to it. And then my father got a lot of calls saying कि इसका part 2 करवाइए आप, we want to hear more. And her perspectives are really nice, because she is keeping it very inclusive for all age groups.
Very relatable.
Yeah, so a lot of people related. The people who attended, they were around 15 years से लेके 70 years तक का age group था who attended that webinar. And out of all age groups, there were, people who, approached my father back and told ki nahi, iska ye karwaiye wapas. But well, of course, all of that was into a, it was more like a voluntary service, and I enjoyed doing everything. But then I started seeing everybody from, my age earning really good, people settling in their corporate jobs, getting into their family businesses, choosing their career path, or getting into masters. I kind of didn't want to do my masters because online was not my thing. So like I already told you, I'm a people's person. So मेरे से मतलब I cannot sit on screen for longer. I will fall asleep. Even today when I'm working on screen, I need to have myself, somebody to check on me every little time. Otherwise I'm already like asleep. So यही होता था. तो then I was like, no, I don't want to do masters, but I want to start earning. Even if it is 500 rupees, I want something that I can tell कि हाँ ये मेरी कमाई है. It was not like I am grateful for God, for the universe, or whatever the powers are, that I've always had enough. I cannot tell we were very rich or luxurious, neither am I today, but we've always had enough. That's what my father made sure of. And then I tried to, talk to a few of my friends, and my friends have been very supportive. So one of my best friends, she told me, Ki Siddhi, you write really good. The entire college comes to you to get their speech written from you, या फिर उनको कब कुछ भी, if there is an essay competition.
So you were that nerdy kid in college?
No. No, I was not nerdy at all.
Who did everybody's assignments and
Never. I used to give boys to do my assignments. I've had teachers telling me कि सिद्धि boys को संभालना is a easier task than to have you in the class. You're more mischievous than the guys. So I was I had friends in like every class, every department, right from the watchman till the president of the college. Everybody knew me because I used to always keep talking to people. Every morning I used to go greet the watchman, Bulbul Bhai. I remember his name even till today. So and every day in the evening we had a restriction कि इतने बजे के बाद students नहीं भेज सकते हैं. He used to let me and my group sit for 15-20 minutes extra because, well, we had that bond. So वही होता था. तो I used to, there was a time when I woke up like 4-5 in the morning and called up my best friend was a nerd. She is a state topper. She got second rank in Karnataka in Bangalore University.
See, I told you your company was like that.
Yeah, my company was like that. So I used to wake up like 4-5 in the morning and I used to give a call ki Janvi, aaj kaun sa subject hai exam ke liye? Give me a brief about it. And she used to like explain me everything and I used to go finish my exam. That's about it. But then when it was about writing, so that's what it was. She used to just give me those key points and explain me the gist of it, and I used to like write the maximum number of pages and never filled it with songs. Never filled it with some random story, because that's what probably I'm blessed with something related to this. It's a talent that I had. If I could actually point out a talent in myself. So she told me, the same person, Janvi, she came to me and she told me, Ki Siddhi, you write so well. And I had consecutive 3 to 4 prizes back to back, having first prize for both public speaking and essay writing in my college for both Hindi and English. So she said, Ki this is something you should try your hands on. Ki chalega na, kuch bhi kar le. If you feeling like you want to earn, just try your hands on content writing. And that's when, she helped me to figure this out, and I landed on my first job in content. So I worked as a content writer and social media manager for almost 3.5 years. Like 2020 mid I started, 23 beginning tak I did that. So almost 2.5 years I did that. And the first company that I worked in, it was a mental health care company. So it was also a startup. We were like 3 to 4 people in total. And this company was based out of Pune. And I mean, it was just 2,500 rupees a month, like I told you earlier. I used to like work 6 to 7 hours a day. I used to sit on the laptop, and I was like so, surprised कि I can also sit on laptop for so long, because I used to like first write everything on my diary. I have this habit, I cannot directly start typing. Like I had that back then. Now I'm a little used to, directly doing everything on the laptop. But then I used to write everything on my, diary first. And when I used to feel the feels, I'm a very old school person. So I used to write everything, and then finally, whatever the final draft used to be, I used to sit and type. I used to, I was asked to maintain the entire social media. So I used to even work a little bit on Canva. So I learned a lot from there. Plus, the team was very nice because, of course, everybody were into psychology and therapists and everybody like that. So I learned a lot. Then I did that for almost 6 to 8 months. I did a lot of reels for them. I did a lot of video shooting. Like I tried my hands on everything that was on social media at that point of time. उसके बाद I realized कि I want to, at least I came across this ad wherein there was a course just for 2 months or something online for soft skills and business communication. It was an online diploma course. So I was like, okay, this is a sign. Maybe I should, at least do my degree. आगे जो होगा देखा जाएगा. So I quit Be Alive at that time and I started doing my diploma. That was like the 2 months where I was a little nerdy because again my interest field, and plus I didn't have Janvi to back me up for my exams and everything. But it was very interesting. Like I learned a lot how to talk, how to it was like I knew most of it, but that little polishing which was required, I learned it from there. So how to set my curriculum well, all of it I learned. And meanwhile, I started taking freelance gigs for my content because once you start earning, you really cannot, go ask for money to some. It's kind of your thing that not actually ego, but maybe your self respect, I can say. So I used to, start doing that. For freelance projects, I used to take a lot of freelance projects. I've worked for almost entire South India में मेरे client रहे हैं. I've had a few clients from a few countries in Europe as well as a few countries in UK as well. उधर से भी थोड़े बहुत clients रहे हैं. I've worked for a lot of people in content. Then I got married, and then I took around 6 to 8 months of break for my entire shopping. And then I had this thing ki I have last few months with family, so I don't want to burden with work and burden with the entire wedding preparations, and having no time to spend with my family, my people. So I decided ki okay, I took a complete break from all sorts of things related to my career at that point in time. Then I quit my training. In between, I had one student who was my student when I used to work with eMasters. So as soon as I quit, there were these 3 students who quit immediately, even after paying the fees. And they came to me and they were like, "Ma'am, आप चाहिए तो double the fees ले लो, but हमको सीखना आप ही से. We tried to do it with another trainer, but हमको नहीं जम रहा है." And 2 people I somehow managed to deny. There was this one girl who was in IIM that time. She was doing her MBA. I remember so well. She was like, "मैम मेरा 1 महीने के बाद placements है और अगर आप नहीं रहोगे तो मुझे jobs नहीं मिलेगा. Please help me out." And I was like, okay, this is a little more important than my wedding preparations. So I was like, ठीक है, no problem. I did a few freelance projects for my training at that time, like these 3 to 4 students who came to me. Then I thought कि ठीक है break ले लेंगे सब चीज से. After marriage I thought I'll settle in for 3-4 months, देखते हैं कैसे चलेगा, if I will be able to balance and everything. And I remember one day my mother-in-law, she was like, अभी settle होगे फिर वापस आप start करोगे working, then you will want to settle in the new life, then everybody will start asking you to plan a child, then you will settle in. So तुम entire life you will just keep on settling. So if you really are interested, you want to do something, you start working. It's okay. You can start working immediately. So I was like, okay, that was kind of a support that I had at that point of time. And this thing that she told made a lot more sense because कि हाँ अगर मैं 6 महीने लगा रही हूँ to settle in the new house, and then when I start working again, the entire routine will change, and again I will put in my 6 to 8 months to settle in. And that will my entire life I will be in that loop completely. So it made sense. So I started looking for a few agencies where I could work as a full-time content writer from home. So I started doing that. I started working with a couple of agencies. One I was a part-time, and one I used to work as a freelancer. So there were these 2 agencies that I worked with on simultaneously, almost for like 4 to 5 months. And then I got a good job offer from a company, EdTech company, as a marketing lead. So I was like, okay, this seems like a good opportunity, but then again, it was a full-time on-site job. So I had a word with the family and everything again, and they were supportive. So I was like, ठीक है, when mummy ji is saying she's going to help me out with things, and give your try, because the pay was also very good and it was a good opportunity, what I thought. Well, it was not, but well, it was like a wake up call for me. To be very honest, if I didn't have that job, I wouldn't quit it, and I would not start my company, which is Flourish, which is flourishing today. So I started working on 2nd of Jan this year. I started working. I went there 2 days, literally just 2 days. And on the very second day, I was like, भाई इतनी Excel sheets मैंने अपनी entire degree में नहीं बनाई है. I have not like made in entire from the day I learned Excel sheets till today जितनी ये लोग मुझसे 2 दिन में बनवा चुके हैं. Because the job role that they had discussed was very, very different from what they were offering. Plus, I had to travel like changing 3 buses and reach there. Before that, do a little ghar ka kaam, come back. It didn't seem worth it. So on the second day, I asked the person who hired me कि I just asked him कि bro, you told me कि ऐसा ऐसा होने वाला है, and all you've made me do is just do Excel sheets and everything. So do you think this is how it is going to be, or if not, when will I get to do what
Is it going to be the same thing?
हाँ, if not, when मतलब मुझे जिस चीज के बुलाया गया, when will I actually get to do that? So he told कि नहीं, 6 months you'll have to probably do just this thing, and then we'll put you into the marketing lead and everything. And I was mind blown.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, I am not a desk job person because I've never worked. And even if it was desk job kind of thing, it was more with words. I've never worked with numbers, and I've not had a good relationship with numbers since my schooling. I used to cry before math exam every day. Like every math exam, I remember I've cried before. And even after my 10th results, I knew everything would be 90 plus, but I was not even sure if I'll pass or fail in my math. So that's what, like, just checked my math thing. I was just passed. So you are, asked to work with numbers and just do Excel sheets, idhar ke numbers, udhar. I was feeling like I don't belong here. And on 4th, so 2nd and 3rd I worked. On 4th, I was on off because I had a family function, and I was invited for a guest speaking in a Jain community event.
You remember the dates also?
Yeah,
so well?
because the dates, because it is like it flipped my entire life. So I remember it with the dates. So on 4th, I went there and I came back, and my husband is like, "You've never been this happy in past, not even on our, when we said a yes to each other, you were not smiling for so long." I was like, no, I actually feel like this is something I really want to do. I don't think मुझे जमेगा ये कुछ भी और job नहीं करना मुझे. He told, you want to think about it, take an hour, take a few more hours. You think I didn't sleep the entire night. And 5th को सुबह I woke up, I called up, I was like, traveling भी बहुत hectic हो रहा है, मुझे job role भी नहीं जम रहा, I don't think I will continue anymore. I felt a little bad for just like that quitting out of nowhere, because of course it is unfair if I look at it from their perspective. But I knew I cannot grind myself in something like this, because in 2 days after coming back from work, I didn't even stay up to eat my meal. I used to just legit reach home and fall asleep, because it was mentally draining than physically. So मुझे पता था कि this is not going to. And then on 4th I decided, 5th सुबह मैंने call किया, I told off, and I took a break. I took a complete break. I stopped taking a freelance gig also. मैंने कुछ भी नहीं लिया उस time. For almost 1 month I just kept on thinking कि मैं कैसे क्या करूँ, because the kind of curriculum that I had made when I was back in degree, आज के date में उसकी requirements नहीं थी. Because that curriculum, it had a lot of things like how to write your resume, or what kind of content should be added in your PPT, and how to edit your PPT. ये सारी चीजों पे बहुत emphasis था, because that time that was the need of the hour. But आज अगर मैं ये चीज किसी को पढ़ाने जाऊँ, they will not pay me, because AI is doing everything for them. ChatGPT will write an entire resume for people. There are a lot of websites that make PPTs in minutes, and thoda bahut edits here and there you need, and Canva. like it's the god of everything for doing things. So I sat, I figured out कि कैसे topics लाऊं, क्या करूं, what should the logo be, कैसे करना चाहिए, everything. And finally in April I put everything into कि let's just give all of it in. And I met Archana ji Surana, the trustee of Surana Institutions. So I met her in person and I was like, ma'am, this is something I want to start off. If you please can give me one appointment at your office, it would be really helpful. And luckily, she's been very supportive. And I remember one thing that she told me, I remember it word to word. Siddhi, I don't really prefer, a lot of people who come through recommendations. But I love how you, just like that, came to me and told me, ki, ma'am, this is my idea. I want to do it. So no matter how good or bad you do, एक chance मैं आपको पक्का दूंगी सिद्धि. So I remember it so well, and I was like so happy कि ठीक है, I didn't go through people, and I somehow had the courage to just go get in completely. And that's where I got my first gig, and that's how Flourish was born. And here we are, around 6-7 months into doing good with Flourish.
Wow, so Flourish is really flourishing, and I think this whole journey, I think you have really made it year by year. कि कैसे हुआ सब कुछ, क्या आपके struggles थे, and how did you actually reach to your first gig finally,
Yeah.
to this Flourish which you have with yourself, this brand, and how is it born and came into existence. So very nice to know that. You mentioned about the secret to a happy family within that incident, right? So what is that secret which you have found to a happy family?
So yes, so the major thing that I used to tell in all my webinars of this particular topic was कि there is a star in every family, and that person is every person of the family. So चाहे कोई भी इंसान फैमिली में कैसा भी हो, nobody is perfect, of course. Somebody might be earning well, somebody might be outgoing, somebody might be good with technical stuff, somebody is good with cooking. तो सबको वो importance मिलनी बहुत जरूरी है. Only when you get that, your family is going to be a happy family. And this thing I've actually learned from my father. He never mentioned things like that. I've put it into my own way of content writing or जो भी अगर आपको बोलना चाहिए. But he used to do this thing every day. He used to come back home for lunch. He used to ask my भाभी कि आपने खाना खाया कि नहीं. And only after she used to tell कि हाँ पापा जी मैंने खाना खा लिया, he used to go sit on the dining table and tell her ठीक है अब मुझे परोस दो. That was very little gesture, but it made her feel so nice कि घर पे और कोई पूछे ना पूछे. Even at times maybe my husband after going to work he forgets to ask me if I've eaten or not, but my father-in-law makes sure every day कि he asks me whether I've eaten or not. That was a very little thing. And there is one more thing that is important is my father used to involve all of us in decision making. Even though I was in school और घर के कोई बड़े decisions होते थे ना, he would of course not do what I would tell, but he used to ask me before taking big decisions कि ऐसा ऐसा scene है, what do you think we should do? Opinions सबसे लेते थे. And even after my sister-in-law, like my brother got married, तो मेरी भाभी से भी from the very first week there were a few major decisions that were happening, and he made sure he is involving her. So this really left a huge impact on me ki, so this is where I came into the idea of every person is important in family, and हर घर में स्टार होता है और वो स्टार हर कोई होता है. So that was one of my key foundations of the entire concepts, and it is a entire 3 to 4 hours ka session wherein I talk a lot about how we should gel along and things like that.
Wow. So what are the various skills which you actually cover when you deliver a training session? तो कौन से ऐसे life skills हैं which you generally talk about?
Yeah, so I'll take a minute to show you my brochure here. So basically I have categorized everything into 3 categories. So first one is called Samarth, then we have Rishte, and then we have Swayam. So Samarth में I focus on things like जो अपने अंदर की capacities है, जो capabilities है एक इंसान में, So I focus on those. So इसमें कैसे topics आ जाते हैं, things like team building हो गया, things like communication skills, things like public speaking, things how you can work on getting more confident, how to participate in a group discussion, how to win presentations, how to have your body language, all of these kind of things. So external capabilities पे major focus होता है. रिश्ते में क्या हो जाता है, how to communicate well with people. So in रिश्ते I cover both professional and personal life. So इसमें है there are topics like how to be assertive. Communication में assertiveness is very important. So how to so that's one of the major things. Nurturing relationships, the secret of happy family. So these kind of topics are covered in the रिश्ते category. And the last one is स्वयं. So इसमें ज़्यादातर intellectual चीजें हैं, like priority matrix हो गया, like how to manage your time well, how to love yourself, how to analyze what your passion really is, what your interests really are. So it's a combination of both soft skills and life skills, and a little bit of happiness coaching and a little bit of personality development. It's a good blend of all of it. And different colleges, different people pick their field of interest and do what they are interested in.
Right. So how did you actually come up with this? Because I can see it's a lot of, intermix of Samarth, Rishte, Swayam. So how did you come up with these interesting terminologies, I can say?
Yeah. So what was it, after I finished my degree, there was one thing I really realized, due respect to all of the education system, but there is one thing that I realized: if you're doing a mediocre degree and if you're doing it from a mediocre college, it is going to be a difficult journey for you to become a very successful person in your career. You will always be a middle class person, or you will have to thrive into achieving things. तो वैसे सिचुएशन में I sat and analyzed कि what was lacking when I was a student, or what was lacking when maybe my mother was newly married and she had to maybe learn a lot of things, and what were the things that maybe homemakers are going through today. So मुझे analyze हुआ. And also one more thing कि there are people who are 50-55 plus who have good money, who have people to do everything for them, but कुछ चीजें होती है जिससे वो अच्छे रिश्ते नहीं बना पाते हैं. So my entire focus was कि what is the art of living a beautiful life. अगर तुमको अच्छी जिंदगी जीना है तो you want a good amount of everything. So I call it like a balanced diet. So if you are eating good food, you also need a little bit of junk. You also need a little bit of dessert. You need salad. You need everything to be happy. Healthy is a little secondary for me, but happy is very important for me. So मैंने सोचा कि अगर मुझे पता है कि इतनी सारी चीजें एक इंसान के लिए जरूरी है, so why should one person, first of all, people are not even aware कि उनको ये सारी चीजों की जरूरत है. So if they come across me, they will first things first understand and get awareness of कि इतनी चीजें हैं लाइफ में जो बहुत important है. Plus if they come to know, where will they go and try to figure out कि कहाँ क्या मिल सकता है, when I know I can cater all of it. So I try to bring in a good mixture of all of it. And the names, when I was working with that edtech company, they had everything in English, but they had one particular thing that was a Sanskrit word, and it was very, very catchy. So I figured out कि yes, this is something different and this is something new.
What was that word?
That was Saksham.
All right.
Yeah. So Saksham, then I figured out, I googled the meaning and everything, and I realized कि okay, giving, मुझे ये पता था कि मुझे categories बनानी है. Then I thought कि कुछ different name देते हैं. Then I searched for a lot of Latin, German and all those kind of words, and I was like, मजा नहीं आ रहा है. Then I tried to figure out these basic Hindi, Sanskrit based terminologies, and they were really, you tell it and somebody will understand it. Somebody who is a Kannadiga understands what Rishte, Samarth and Swayam is. Somebody who is from North will understand. Anybody basically Indian will have a basic idea of what these categories are.
I think Sanskrit is really attached to our emotional roots. हमारे
course.
पूरा tradition से चलती आ रही है.
Yes. तो मुझे ये idea थोड़ा सा अच्छा लगा, and then I brainstormed a lot of words for reaching here, and then I figured out कि yes, these are the categories that I want to name it.
You got married also earlier while you were still establishing your career and may not be fully financially independent. So, what were the struggles and how were you able to find that balance? कि कैसे managing your career and along with the newly married life.
So first of all, I think I'll give the entire credits for this to my entire family on my husband's side, because they've been really supportive. Regardless of, see, every family has different kind of people, like I told you. It was not easy for me to gel along with them because the lifestyle they had was very, very different from the kind of life I had lived. But I knew they were really good people. So I knew that I had to figure out how to, probably understand things from their perspective and maybe try to be clearer in explaining my perspectives. So, they've all been very supportive no matter what. Because initially when I got married, I had quit everything completely, like I told. So I had no job at all. And when my mother-in-law told me, if you want to do it, you can do. Now I was like, okay, I have got permission, but अब मुझे पता नहीं है सच में कि मैं करूँ क्या. Because at that point in time, I didn't have a clear idea of what I will do and how I will do. More than what, I didn't have an idea of how will I get there. So I gave a lot of interviews in, initial those 2-3 months of time also. I got selected at a few places, but it was a full time from office. So मुझे खुद के ऊपर confidence नहीं था कि will I be able to manage all of it. And then there was this one thing, both my mother-in-law and my husband told me कि जो करना है करो. One thing is you cannot, jeopardize on the relationships that you have here. You cannot compromise on घर का काम, and you cannot compromise on your health. So this thing they were very clear about. बाकी तुमको जो करना है, we are giving you lenience, no problem, because everybody is a working person in my family. We are a family of 5 and all 5 of us work, including my sister-in-law, mother-in-law. All of us are working people. So they knew कि it is important for a female to have her own identity and everything, but also because I was not really top notch with all घर के काम at that point in time. I'm still learning because सब कुछ अलग है वहाँ पे और यहाँ पे. So I tried to find the balance, and my husband has been very supportive. So even when I used to work for the content, he was the person I used to first, tell all my content to. I used to, make my husband, my sister-in-law sit and tell them the entire calendar. They used to, if I got good laughs, I used to understand कि okay, this copy is going to make through. And if they also, helped me through it. That way only. So they've all been very supportive.
Are they in the same field or they were just your audience?
They were, see, my husband is in completely different field, but he's really good with words again. So sometimes he used to randomly talk to me and give me 1 or 2 copy ideas, and he used to tell me, I will, one day probably eat your job. Because he is really good with words that way. But my sister-in-law, she's a very good audience to me because she uses a lot of Instagram, no doubt. And she has a good taste of memes and social media copies and everything. So I used to tell my entire calendar to her, and she used to be very interested to listen, especially in my last job before, the marketing one. I had a few clients wherein one was into interior designing, and she is an interior designer. So, and one more was a furnishing brand. So I knew she would be the best person to, judge the entire calendar for me. So I used to run through my entire social media calendar to her before submitting it. And she used to give me good feedbacks and, everything. And a few of my other clients were a restaurant, and one was into beauty, one was into clothing. So I had a varied clientele. So they all used to give me their insights and everything.
How are your clients taking your sessions? Like whatever students have got, how your sessions are impacting their lives? Have you got any responses from them or whatever sessions you deliver?
So it is very heart touching, when you ask me this. More than anything else, the kind of love the students give you, it feels like, okay, even if I don't get my payment for once, it wouldn't be like, मैंने time waste किया. Like I also bought a few of these.
Wow.
So I used to give them these. I also have a diary where I used to collect the feedbacks, and I put a lot of feedbacks that they send me on my Instagram profile. So I put all of those screenshots as well, and I have a few here.
Can we read from some of them?
Yeah, surely. So one student had written, the 2 days were very useful, and I understood how I should overcome aggression and submissive attitude. So like I told you, in Rishte there was this topic of how to become assertive. So in that I also cover how not to be aggressive and how not to be submissive.
This is from a workshop where?
This is from a workshop at Surana College.
All right.
Yeah, so all of these are from there only. The other one is in a diary which I forgot to carry. So the other student here from science background, she says is, I just don't know why, but you give such a positive aura to everybody around. I am very inspired by you, Sudhi ma'am. I wish a good future for you and for Flourish.
Wow.
So it feels
So
like,
sweet.
yeah, it feels like so many people indirectly are supporting and blessing Flourish for its, entire growth. And no doubt I will give the entire credits to all the students that I come across. I think so far within past 4 months I've crossed 1K students.
That's amazing. And I hope by the end of this year you can reach even more high targets.
Yeah. There's this one more that I think I would love to
Please.
read. So she writes, we really learned so many things from you, ma'am. More than the concept, what I learned is I love how you told that respecting is very important. And I also love how confidence and self-love are very important. Hopefully you have the same connectivity with all of us in future. So like the student mentioned, so in all my sessions, before I start my sessions, there is this only ground rule that I tell all my students, that we will follow an entire session. So I don't, I don't get pissed at them when they don't answer. I don't get pissed at them when they, don't participate well in the activities or nothing. The only ground rule that I tell them is we will be respecting the person who is talking. And when I say the person who is talking, I just don't mean it for me. I mean it that, anytime in the entire crowd, anyone might be answering. And there might be a person who is trying to answer for the first time in their entire life. And if we don't respect them, if we don't listen to them, and if we don't encourage them, how bad of an audience we are. So this is one thing that I tell to all my sessions. This is how I start my session. I finish my introduction and I give them this ground rule. And of course, students are students. They tend to, do a little mischief, and they tend to talk to each other here and there. And all I do is like, guys, hi, ground rule, you all remember? And they all will be like, yes ma'am, sorry. And a lot of people, they've told, before closing the sessions, I ask them, what are the takeaways and what do you think you will imply in your life? A lot of students have told, ma'am, this one ground rule has changed my entire perspective, because everything else will come to me only when I, respect people, respect everybody's boundaries, everybody's time. And when I do that, I will automatically get more respect in return. So this is one of my core values, and I strongly, stick by it.
I think this give and take is more worth than anything. Like,
Yes.
receiving payment or maybe just going there. But this mission which you are onto with Flourish, it's really very impactful for the students, for the community you are impacting. I think really hats off to you for that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, like you told, no? So after I finished my first round of sessions at Surana College, there were yet 2 more days to finish. So I was telling, it was 8 days plus one last day for, giving them the certificates and prizes. And I had done a lot of activities, and I thought I'll give them all prizes in the end. So I, selected the best performers, gave them a Flourish ka customized bookmark and certificates to all the participants and all of that. And 2 days before I could finish this for first PUC, the principal sir there, he called me up to the cabin and he told me that, he's receiving amazing feedbacks from all the students. And even before me approaching, he told that, we're good to go with second PUC students. And that was like, it was one of the major validation for me. And on the prize distribution day, I took both my parents, and my husband, my sister-in-law, I took all of them with me, and he called all of them in the cabin and he told them all ki she's really doing great. And I think I am getting a little emotional also while I'm telling this. Both my fathers, both my mothers, my husband, my sister-in-law, everybody were having that, the kind of smile that they had. It showed how proud they are of me, and I think that's what we all live for, ultimately, to make our families feel proud of us.
Yeah. And even when you mentioned that you came from a strict family where, your father was being a little strict and maybe just like allowing you to be in this city which you are into.
Yes.
And so since then also if you are able to bring that joy and pride in her eyes, that's really very impactful. What are the other instances where you feel, that you have actually done something which actually made him proud?
So, my father is like the first person I run to, regardless of whatever the situation is. So, he's more like a best friend to me. He's like the guide, and he's the role model that I've had since he's in the same field, like I told you. So, it is like I go to him for everything and anything. And I once overheard him telling my grandpa कि हमने इसको बाहर जाके जॉब करने की परमिशन नहीं दी, बिकॉज ही वाज नॉट रियली कंफर्टेबल सेंडिंग मी आउट for corporate jobs. He was very keen on not sending me to corporate jobs. He said, if you get a job wherein you go teach somebody, come back, I don't mind, because he knew what teaching is, what kind of impact it puts. So he was like very keen on not sending me to corporate jobs and nowhere out of the city. Not even for my masters. I wanted to do it in Chennai in Loyola, but he was quite, and he's a man of his principles. He will not tell no to anything, but when he says no to something, we all know that okay, this cannot be changed into a yes. So I overheard him saying my grandpa once ki just after I finished my first job in Be Alive, and I was on my last notice period because I wanted to start with my diploma there. For my soft skills diploma, I wanted to start studying, right? So at that time he was telling my grandpa कि हमने इसको restrict किया, we even didn't let her do her on the campus placements, because we knew we will not be allowing, and no matter what, she somehow managed to find her way through everything. उसने अपने लिए घर बैठे बैठे sitting in Bangalore, she tried to find out a job that suits best for her, that is of her own interest. She tried to find out a job all the way from Pune, and later on she tried to figure out that she was very sure she didn't want to do an online master's degree, so she tried to have a backup plan of having this diploma course. And that day he told कि मुझे पता है ये अपनी लाइफ से कुछ ना कुछ बढ़िया कर ही लेगी. And that is the kind of belief, I think, which is put into me today, and I am actually doing something good with the life.
Hearing from your father, it I think makes our life. आपने लगता है जो भी struggle किया है and whatever you are putting in day in and day out, it really makes all the impact, because when our parents feel proud, it's like everything, because they have given you life and they are the ones you should really give something back to. They never ask for anything, they never will. But when you are able to give something back, I think
Truly,
that's the
truly.
biggest,
Yeah, I mean, the kind of trust and pride he has in me today, I feel like, okay, this is something I was born to do, and I'm happy that it's like my major goal of life has been ticked off. So I feel like अब मैं जितना भी पैसा कमाऊँ नहीं कमाऊँ, the kind of life I, and very first day when I had to start Flourish finally. So one day before that, he came home to my to my home. He came and he met me, and he wished me good luck and everything. And there was this one thing that he told me before I started off my journey completely of the Flourish. So he told me ki you are in this field, Siddhi, where you will be meeting so many people, you will be meeting lives, you will be stated as a teacher, as a trainer, people will state you as a ma'am. So make sure no matter you earn less or more, make sure you're creating some sort of difference in people's life, because that's what he has been doing his entire life for almost 42 years today. So he knows what it actually is. And when he told me that one thing, I was sure ki I want to give personalized attention to as much as possible to each and every student. So it used to be like there was 2 days of each batch in Surana. By the end of first day, I remembered almost entire classes names. And they used to tell ki, ma'am, that is so nice, because you remember all of our names. You know, when you're, trying to talk something to the entire group, and I used to pick somebody and I used to tell them with their name, they used to feel like, okay, I belong here. So this is one thing he taught me within just that, one sentence. So I've been a keen observer. So jo bhi papa bolta hai, I think a lot of things on it. I put all my perspectives into that one sentence that he tells me. And this is that thing that he, taught me in that very end moment before starting my first session.
And even I saw that कि पापा को proud कर देना, it's like, your life's purpose is meant, because उनके चेहरे पर खुशी and pride is like everything for every daughter.
True.
So what are your sources of learning? As you mentioned, diploma, and since you have not done, haven't done a formal degree in this field, so what are the other sources that you just go through to keep yourself updated and make sure that you are delivering the best you can to people?
So to be very honest, ChatGPT is helping me a lot lately, because since I started off, I got Dayanand Sagar back to back, and I didn't have much time, and they wanted a topic that was out of my zone, and I didn't want to let go of the opportunity. So I used to like just talk to ChatGPT so much. I used to ask same questions to ChatGPT, saying, how would you explain this thing to a school kid? How would you explain this thing to an engineering student? How would you explain this thing if somebody who didn't understand this entire thing after, giving so many examples? So I spoke a lot to ChatGPT lately. Initially, I think one of the major sources is Jainology. I have read a lot, not a lot, I cannot say I've read a lot, but yes, I used to attend a lot of Vyakhyans. So what Vyakhyans are is like our sadhus and sadhvis, they give out a few preachings, and they do it on a lot of different topics. And I have attended a lot of my dad's class. So that's one of the major sources. And I don't read much. I mean, I like reading, but I am it doesn't hold me for longer. So I do read a little bit. Again, books related to Jainism is maximum that I read. Plus, I observe a lot. Like if I am talking to you, I will make sure that there is 2 or 3 things that I will take back and imply in my life that will, beat my, personality, beat my dressing, beat the way my hand gestures are, beat my makeup, everything. So everywhere I go, no, I keep observing, and I try to, relate everything. कि मैं इस जगह पे होती तो would I react the same way? And अगर नहीं, तो how else would I react? And what else would I do? So then I put one thing into a lot of perspectives. So there is this concept in Jainism which is called Anekantvad, wherein if I am writing a 6, I will read it as 6 and you will read it as 9. But both of us are correct. So
How?
Because if I am keeping it like this, so if
अच्छा,
yeah, तो आपको वो 9 दिखेगा और मुझे वो 6 दिखेगा, like the glass is half empty, half full. So this one concept that I think I came across this concept in 6th or 7th grade, and since then this concept has been so much in my head, wherein I try to understand कि ठीक है ना कुछ अलग होता है. Plus I've learnt a lot through my charity trust. So I've been working with a community which is called Chhatrachaya Seva. So we've been doing charity events for almost 25 plus anath ashrams and vruddashrams in and around Bangalore. And we've been doing this for almost 11 years now.
What's your role there?
So I am a core committee member there. So when I joined, I was in my first PUC. So it's been almost 10 years now. And
that's so long. Crazy.
yeah, And when we started this Chhatra Chaya Seva, no, so उस टाइम पे ये इतना ट्रेंडिंग नहीं था, एटलीस्ट नॉट इन साउथ इंडिया की, यू नो, यू गो टू ऑर्फनेजेस टू जस्ट टू सेलिब्रेट योर बर्थडेज और योर एनिवर्सरीज और जस्ट टू स्पेंड सम गुड क्वालिटी टाइम विद देम. एट दैट टाइम ये चीज बहुत ट्रेंडिंग नहीं था, बट टुडे ऑफ कोर्स देयर सो मेनी, a lot of people in our own team, no, they don't know how well they've influenced a lot of people in entire Bangalore, because this thing has become very well, you know, it has grown like a trend now. If I'm not using the wrong word, it's grown like a trend in today's life, wherein a lot of people go to ashrams and spend their birthdays there, spend their, you know. So even in my marriage, I did my haldi ceremony with anath ashram ke birthday, anath ashram ke bacche. So I had invited around 150 to 200 kids from different ashrams, and they did the ceremony first, and then entire family did the ceremony. So
That's so heartwarming.
yeah, and we've been doing events like this. We have taken them to resort, we've taken them to movies, we've done Raksha Bandhan in you know, all boys orphanage. We've gone to Vridashram and spent time with them, just listening to them. We do a lot of drawing competitions. We've taken them to one day trip. Recently we've taken 650 kids to one day trip to Mysore. So it was almost 11 buses. And Chhatra Chaya Seva's team was the one who, you know, did the complete organization. We, of course, find a lot of sponsors. We are very grateful. But this Chhatra Chaya Seva, no, it has impacted my life in a lot of ways that it doesn't know. I was, before first PUC, I used to complain a lot. I still do complain, but not as much. Of course, it is a journey again. I
Now
am trying
that
to.
aspect of gratitude has come.
Yes, the gratitude has overpowered the complaining in me. Even you know, if I have a small fight with my husband regarding him forgetting our, you know, anniversary or birthday or any special occasion, I will of course be upset. Of course I do. But after a couple of days, I realize, when I analyze, that no, there is so many things that he does for me which nobody else can do for me. So that gratitude overpowers the complaining, because there was this one event before which we had been to Kolar to survey. Okay, so there is this mentally retarded kids in Kolar, and we met those kids, and the entire way back for 2 hours, the entire team of survey which went, we were all just so quiet. We were in tears. Kids didn't have legs, kids didn't have hands, they didn't know how to eat, they didn't know how to poop, you know, they didn't know basic things in their life, and they were still so happy, so talented. And that's one day that has changed my perspective towards life so much, कि हमारे पास इतना सब होता है and we are still complaining for one or the other thing. So maybe I should try to control myself. If I cannot completely stop, I should control myself. And there I have learned so many things, directly or indirectly, which has impacted my life so much better. Networking अच्छा मिला है, how to talk to people, how to approach, how to manage an entire one day event. It's not easy to take 650 kids from, you know, almost 20-25 ashrams, because they are your responsibility from the moment they leave their ashram till the moment they get back home, their ashram, at 1 or 2 in the night. You know, you have to constantly stay connected on calls, and you have to do all of it, and it takes a lot of, you know, planning. It takes a lot of patience. I've learned patience so much there. I'm a very impatient person. If I am, you know, completely comfortable and in my skin, I am a very impatient person. But when I am around those kids, when I'm around those, you know, old age people, I realize how much pain there is in the world, and we are very, very, very grateful to have all of what we have. So I've learned a lot through Chhatra Chaya Seva as well. So I would take a moment to thank my entire team of Chhatra Chaya Seva here, because we've been in a conversation related to it. Yes, all of you, all the Chhatra Chaya Seva itself, it's like my second family. So it's very special to me.
Wow, I think during the entire podcast, I have literally got goosebumps hearing the stories, you know, very emotional moments of our life. And I think the viewers can also relate it to so much. It's been really wonderful to, you know, listen to whatever impact you are also able to create for the people. So anything you would like to talk about Flourish? How, what are the things that you want to take Flourish ahead with? Where do you want it to see Flourish in the future?
Yeah, so whenever somebody asks me what your end goal is, I think I want to be able to be one of the TED speakers. So that's one thing that I'm, constantly manifesting, working towards, and I am pretty much sure that somehow I will, one day in my life, I will be one of the TED speakers. And apart from that, when I want to talk about Flourish, there is one thing that is very special to me is the logo. This is how the entire logo looks, and I designed the logo in a way where, there are four things here. So first one is an arrow mark, wherein I try to explain that, when you're joining Flourish, we are focusing towards growth. So it's an upward arrow, so it denotes growth. We also have a magnifying glass. So like I told you, I'm an observer. I'm very keen on, magnifying on details. Details play a very, very, very important role to me in life, regardless of what kind of field it is. Even when it was my wedding, I planned, and the kind of gifts I give my husband, or the kind of things I do for people, or the kind of stories or examples or things that I add in my content. So everything I try to focus a lot on details. So that's what magnifying glass is for. So trying to focus a lot on the, minute details that are important for life. Then there is of course heart, which is, for kindness and love. And of course, nothing without it in life. So love and kindness and happiness is like the, key goal for every person, and to be able to help somebody to reach there is very important for me. And the last one is the pencil. For me, pencil, because I want to help people write their future, to draw what they're, trying to, become in future, to in every regard, be it related to their, how they are with their family, be it molding themselves into a better person for, better quality of talking, better quality of grooming, better quality of doing things, how to, choose their career entirely. So when you're in a life, you try to pen everything for your future, you try to write your future. So for me, that's what my entire logo is about, and that's very special for me.
That's really, I think, I'm really mind blown seeing this, because it's really thought provoking. And I think आपने बहुत ज़्यादा सोच के, बहुत analyze करके have come up with this logo, and the little details which it has, it's really very wonderful, very relatable to the
Yes.
kind of impact you want to make. Right. So I have seen throughout the conversation as well that choosing career as per the family convenience also, and support you are receiving. So I think balancing all of it is very important for you. So how do you feel like that? Because balancing family and career, it's very difficult. So what do you think? Would you compromise one for another, or how will you go about it?
So a very similar thing was asked to me in my first prize distribution ceremony of Surana College, and I was telling everybody there that I am finally living the dream of what my 16, 17-year-old self had dreamt of. And I want all of you to also live the dream that you are dreaming today in future. And that's what I am doing. And when it's about family, when I had dreamt of all of it, I had also dreamt it along with a good family, right? I didn't just dream it to be all alone and be successful and everything. So when I dream things with family, then why not do everything along with family, right? So for me, the right balance is very important. And when you talk about compromising, I don't think I would be able to compromise on either of it. I will try to find a midway to, bring out a balance. Maybe, sometimes if I have to reach a venue earlier, I would wake up at 5 in the morning. I would wake up at 4 in the morning if I have to. I don't mind. I don't mind skipping sleep at times. But I know what I have to do for the house. I also know what I have to do for my family. I also know what I have to do for the career that I want. So for me, everything, it is not easy. Of course, it is very difficult to, bring out that balance. I am learning. It is what the journey teaches.
So what keeps you motivated? What keeps you going throughout your journey?
First things first, the students. And second thing, no, it might sound a little funny, but I tend to, put out a lot of things, how I feel and everything on social media since my college days.
Mhm.
And my friends used to ask कि इतना सारा क्यों डालते हो social media पे? I used to tell them कि when I'd be 60 or 70 years old, lying on a bed tired and not having, enough strength to do anything in my life, this is going to be like a thing that this is going to be my Netflix at that time. And when I will scroll through the entire Instagram or the entire journey that I've lived, if I am going to smile on that day, I will realize that okay, this is a happy life that I've lived. So I've made justice to myself. So I have this thing कि आगे जाके अपने बच्चों को मैं क्या स्टोरी सुनाऊंगी, या फिर आगे जाके अपने फ्रेंड्स के बच्चों को, अपने सिबलिंग्स के बच्चों को मैं क्या सुनाऊंगी, हाउ विल दे लुक अप टू मी, how will I look up to myself when I am 60 70 years old and all weak and waiting for death maybe. At that time I don't want to have that thought कि यार लाइफ में ये चीज रह गया, and I have this thing कि कर लो, regrets नहीं बाकी रखना है, give it your try. So I just do it. I kind of I don't like giving up on opportunities, and one of my major topics in my curriculum also says about it ki how important it is to create opportunity than to grab one. So this has been everybody's favorite topic in Surana. I had done for both first and second PUC, and everybody told ki one student came to me and told ki ma'am, you have given me an entire different way to think. बिकॉज बचपन से आज तक सबने यही बोला है कि अपॉर्चुनिटी आती है, छोड़ना नहीं है, यू डोंट हैव टू लेट इट गो एंड ऑल ऑफ इट, बट यू नो नोबडी टोल्ड अस कि अपॉर्चुनिटीज आए ना आए, खुद के लिए कुछ क्रिएट करना बहुत जरूरी है. सो दैट्स वन थिंग दैट कीप्स मी मोटिवेटेड कि यार कुछ होगा नहीं होगा. आई माइट बी स्लो ऑन सम डेज, आई माइट बी सुपर फास्ट ऑन सम डेज, some days I might take a break and not do anything at all, but I know कि ultimately if I want to achieve this much, I have to work for it. So that's one thing that keeps me going.
I think that's your purpose which I've found कि कैसे impact करना है, and it actually gives you happiness because throughout you were smiling with a broad smile. You had that on your face while you were narrating every aspect of your struggle, क्या challenges आया and how you were still on that path and continue to move on. I think that's really very inspiring. For me and for the viewers definitely. So thank you so much, Siddhi, for coming here and sharing everything about your journey. I think it's really, the story really deserves to be heard because whatever you have faced in your life and whatever जैसे आप उस तरह से उभरे हो ना उससे, that's really inspiring. और जब ये लोग सुनेंगे through my channel, I think बहुत ज़्यादा रिलेट कर पाएंगे एंड बहुत ज़्यादा आपकी फैमिली जब ये देखेगी तो दे बी रियली प्राउड कि इस लड़की को हमने कितना एक तरह से आई थिंक यूनिवर्स ऑल्सो प्लान किया कि बंद रखने की कोशिश करते हैं, बट यू ऑलवेज ब्रोक दोज बैरियर्स एंड आप हमेशा एक उभर के आए हो. यू हैव स्टार्टेड फ्लरिश, और जो कि बहुत फ्लरिश कर रहा है, एंड आई एम रियली श्योर कि आप बहुत अच्छा करोगे लाइफ में. सो आई रियली विश यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट फॉर योर करियर and whatever you want to achieve in life. So thank you so much for coming here, and all the setup as well, this banner, these brochures, your student feedback. I think everything you have brought in here, that really is a symbol ki you have been receiving that love also from the other side. So keep on doing the good work. Thank you so much for coming here and sharing with me. I think I'm blessed to hear your journey.
Oh my God, that's very overwhelming. Like you told ki family will be proud, and in the entire thing when I was talking, I just had my family members' faces. Ki how would they react when they see this? Be it my mother-in-law, be it my father, my husband, my sister-in-law, my sister, my brother, everybody, even the kids. My niece, my nephew. I have 3 nieces, 1 nephew, and they all look up to me so much, and it feels so nice, and I'm so happy to be able to be here. I'm glad, I'm proud of myself to have reached out and connected to you, and I'm so humbled to be here. You've been a great host, and I'm wishing you all the good luck to have amazing more interviews and everything that you wish to achieve in your life. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
having me.
thanks a lot. Thank you. Tell them to subscribe Journey Teachers.
Subscribe Journey Reaches, and do follow her page on Instagram and my page on Instagram. It's called Journey Teachers on Instagram
We'll
as
leave
well.
the links in description.
Yes. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for sticking by. We both welcome all the feedbacks and comments.
Thank you so much. Listen to her. Stay tuned.
Thank you.